Is it me, or do the words power and broke not go together? That's what I initially thought, until I found this resource that talked about both of them explicitly. Yes, I'm talking about this book by Daymond John, The Power of Broke. I'm Anticio Duke. We talk about everything on this channel, from design, strategy, books, and this is one that's a valuable read. You've seen this guy in so many places. You've seen him on Shark Tank. You've seen him doing FUBU. This guy is the man. Now, I'm not just saying that because he is an entrepreneur and someone who I feel has mentored me over time after watching his content, consuming his material. But this book has so many principles. Even if you don't like him, it has principles for you to take your life, your mindset, and everything about it to the next level. Not to mention his body of work, his successes, his accomplishments are something to marvel at, coming from where he's come from. So definitely take a moment, value what's out there, and gain some knowledge. The concept of this book has everything to do with being resourceful. The premise of it speaks on how people take a lot of their financial resources and try to solve problems with it. I mean, those who have wealth, those who have resources, they use that as a tool, throwing real money at the situation without actually fixing it to the core. It's almost as if it's a band-aid for something else. How you cover up a sore or a wound with a bandage, but really what's underneath, its openness, can actually be prone to more critical things, more game-changing things, such as infection, more pain, and so many other things. Like, take Daymond and his own personal experience. It's written in a way that shares things about his upbringing by being raised by his mom, who encouraged him more than anything, from his own personal struggles with reading and dyslexia, to taking his skill set that he learned from various jobs such as Red Lobster and other places, and utilizing that as a sort of catalyst to shift him from wantrepreneur to a hustler in the fashion business. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's do it. So the way this book is written is more critical to the foundation and principles of life. The way Daymond took these stories and etched them in this book had everything to do with shaping what success looked like for him and his acquaintances. From social media icons to successful business folks, these are short stories about their lives and some of the principles they learned along the way, which also is really fundamental in you developing those skills as you read. Now, these stories are really poignant. These are stories about hardship, about turning points in their lives, about things and decisions and rationale that made shifts so much that they were able to take whatever idea or passion that they had and move it to the next level because of it. Now, with this sort of contrarian thinking and approach to things, some would say, wow, they're successful, and think that it happened overnight, when in reality, by reading these stories and understanding some of the time, some of the effort, and some of the internal mindset shifts they needed to develop to take them to the next level. Once you grasp those ideas and the principles built in this book, you will have a better understanding that none of this was overnight. None of this was a sweet journey. But in the end, it changed for them in the sweetest way possible. And that's the real core essence of this book. His position in Shark Tank and other areas of business that he's been. One would think that most of these people came from money. Most of these stories are written from a lens that the average American, the average person could not relate to. that is where things differ. We're talking young entrepreneurs. We're talking people who did not know, had no idea where their next meal was coming from, or even the next dollar or opportunity. And in understanding that, it highlights some of the sacrifices they went through, some of the struggles they had to endure in order to make sure that their idea had a chance, to make sure that what they were fighting for, they had reason behind it, and it was motivated by their own North Star. Now, here are some of the principles that you may be able to grasp. The first one has everything to do with resources. It's kind of the premise and the core of this book. Use all available resources at your disposal. And this pertains to folks who really undermine what they have. Many people that I've talked to said, "Hey, Duke, I don't have a DSLR. I don't have a major camera. I can't shoot these videos." Well, you have a cell phone. "Hey, I don't have the latest design equipment or a laptop to make these designs." Well, you have paper and pencil. The goal and the understanding of this is use what you have. And then once you do it, you can perfect it and gradually increase over time. And then what you want to do is put that on autopilot and see that autopilot is like a cruise control for the value you bring. But you can't reach that level until you actually start. Using what you have that's at your arm reach, that's within possession, is one of the most critical assets you have. Use it. Being yourself is the it thing. And it's not here for a brief moment. It's not trending on a platform. Being you is real, and that will last 100% of the time. If you can focus on just being the person you are, showing up who you are in the way that you see fit, all your idiosyncrasies, your nuances, the uniqueness that your DNA has structured and your experience has shaped and colored your life, being you, just continue it and don't lose sight of that. The more authentic you are, the more people are able to connect with you. That is a very, very beautiful thing. So continue it. One of the last principles I'll share with you, and I'm only doing this because I really think you should get this book. I recommend it for sure. And I'll leave a link so you can access it and get it on your own time. This principle has everything to do with your future self. And this is thinking beyond the moment. And what that really means, that principle alone has everything to do with think beyond just being present. Sometimes we can get caught in the moment, not only in emotional moments, but just in the moment of action. And we're not really paying attention to what the future may hold from that point forward. But make sure that thought, that action, those things that you're striving for is supported by logic, by data, by things that are rooted in something. This will give you a really good range of things to look forward to build on, and to shape how your next chapter will be. And that, my friend, is vital to success. So there you have it. A few points of success and principles that are written and well crafted in the book by Daymond John. This is The Power of Broke, and I recommend you go and get it, if not just for the stories, then for the principles that you will learn after picking this book up. Now, it's something that you should value. Actually spending more time and valuing the skills that you develop over time. And this will give you just that. People say, fake it till you make it. My thought and my goal and my North Star is hone it, hone your craft, hone your skill, hone it until you own it. I'll leave a link for you to check out this book at your own time, but feel free to like this video, share it with someone you feel can get value from it. Also, hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Since you're reading today, don't fake it till you make it. You hone hone it until you own it. All right? And until next time, we'll see you in the next one. Take care.